told me I would have to do some working, some things.
I'm not trying to be a nerdneck about it.
The bossing will work these Fridays.
I have it in my, what's
That everybody almost uses in lessons.
the frog?
Yeah.
Hey, will you play Long Domino?
I mean, let's go to my wife.
Wednesday, like just 15 minutes before.
Keep going. Nice, nice. It's getting more even than friction. So I'm going to give you a little challenge here. We have the quiet one. Can you play it quiet but not fuzzy? Here, what did you have to do to defuzzify it?
Do you think those?
Right, and you can have quiet thick bows, right? You just have to make sure that you lean in just enough that it's not fuzzy, but that it is quiet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Hard to think about, huh? All right. Do you have any questions about Unitunes?
No, not really.
Not really. Where are you? How far did you get?
I'm starting the Jazz and D part.
The Jazz and D. Oh, fun. That'll be a fun one. Okay. How about we just keep going with that, okay? And when you've done Jazz and D, well, maybe next week you could finish Jazz and D. Okay, and then you can play Jazz and D for me.
Okay.
Let's do a tiny bit of quint etudes.
So when I did this page 33, it took me a long time.
What does a long time look like for you? How many minutes is a long time?
Like 5 minutes.
Well, how many?
I don't know. It just felt like a long time.
Do you know how long?
Nope.
Because I was trying to do the right rhythm here, so it took a long time to just do like the
To think about it, or to count to play so many long notes?
to play the long notes.
Okay. This shouldn't take too long. I mean, if you're spending, 5 minutes on that, this is totally fine.
Okay.
Maybe you can time.
I'll check in, but I haven't heard any excessive complaints.
No,
about
but when I made a video of it, like took the rest of my video time.
like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's okay. 5 minutes is okay. If it's 10 minutes, then let me know, because I still think it's okay to practice it for 10 minutes, but if you're not practicing for more than an hour, then probably we need to save time for other things.
Okay.
How long do you usually practice?
1 hour.
Okay, perfect. So if we go over an hour, you can spend more than 5 minutes on this. But for right now, 5 minutes is just fine.
Okay.
Go for it, let's hear it.
did on the video.
On the video, so it was just the video that took longer?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's a one-time thing. Maybe the video, having it being videotaped made it feel more stressful. So that sometimes makes things feel longer than they really are. I thought that was pretty short. That was probably a minute and a half. You have plenty of time to do that. That was good. You did a nice job. I like how your hand is shaped with the curved fingers. So if you want, you can play that page for a review, but start on page 34, which in fact is easier.
Didn't we already start 35?
Maybe we did. Sure, let's hear 35.
Okay. So you already did.
34. So let's do 35
Okay.
right now.
So should I just put the A?
Yeah. Good. Good. Now, can you listen really carefully, and even if just once a finger isn't ringing, see if you can move it to make it ring.
Wait, where was I starting?
Don't worry, it's fine. You're doing a nice job. I thought that was better. I could see here the little fixes, because you're always close, but sometimes it'd be nice if you were closer. All right, reading concerto, this is what we're gonna do with it. Did you write your dynamics in?
Well, so she actually already had, but she just didn't have a lot.
She only had written it in one place.
Right, and she had a copy of it at home.
No, but I didn't do any on that copy.
Well, okay. But anyway, she did attempt to put more in.
Excellent. Okay, so now let's play it with these dynamics. And we can put the music up, and then we'll talk about them and see what we think of them. Okay?
Okay.
It'll be like our experiment. Okay, go for it.
That is a lot of time.
So there are, I mean, your dynamics most of the time, well, they're going to happen most of the time. You're always doing
This
something.
reminds me of my sister's piece because she had all these writings
Oh,
on
really?
the piece, and it reminds me of that.
Oh, okay. Do I get to hear it?
Yeah.
So right there, the composer says to play mezzo forte, so go to mezzo forte. Good, well, let's just stop there for a second. So, fun stuff. So just a couple of places where you did dynamics differently than what's on the page. You did a diminuendo into this piano. Do you want to do that? Or do you want to just do a subito piano, which means sudden piano?
Oh, I just wanted to go into the piano. I didn't really want to go immediately into it.
You wanted to gradually go into the piano? Okay, so then you just put one of these guys there. That's what you did. You did it gradually. And then here, you started mezzo forte. You did a little bit of a crescendo into that A. then you diminuendoed, and then you crescendoed, and then you, I think you diminuendoed again, if I'm remembering correctly. Do you wanna double check to see if you wanna add what, the dynamics that you actually did, or if you wanna just keep it the way it's written, starting here? Okay, what do you think?
This does not make sense.
You would prefer what?
Or this does not make sense. Because it just got quiet. And then it's marked that it's loud.
Where is it marked that it's loud?
No, it says that it's loud right here
Where does it say that?
on the marking.
That doesn't mean loud. It means wherever you are, you get even quieter. Even if you're piano, you get quieter than piano. What could you get? Pianissimo or pianissimo. And here, it says to diminuendo, but it doesn't actually tell you how much far to diminuendo. You could diminuendo from a mezzo forte to a mezzo piano. And then you could stay mezzo piano and then diminuendo to a piano. That would totally be possible. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And in truth, you did mezzo forte and you did a little crescendo, and then you did the diminuendo. You did it more than once. Do you actually want a crescendo here? You want to try it with a crescendo, with thinking about it? And notice what you do?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? Did you crescendo there? Well, just a little, but then you really emphasize this note, that A. And I liked it. I liked the emphasis there. It might be nice to lead into the emphasis. That's what I think you're wanting to do. Your natural impulse is making sense to me. So I just want to make sure that we write it down, if that's what you're going to do.
Can I ask a question? Did
Yeah.
you write any letters in there, or is it just crescendos?
She's got letters.
Oh,
Piano.
Some of them are already written.
right.
Most of that stuff is already written.
I see.
It's just about giving what's written a shape, so that it's not
Right.
just flat piano and then flat
I
forte.
didn't do a full P. Wait, no. I don't know.
Just thinking about stuff.
No, this looks like a D, but I don't remember if I wrote it.
Well, well, we can find out. It is a D as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, do you want to
Well,
try?
this is a D.
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying, yeah. So should we do this again from here? And just try with a little bit more crescendo and see if it makes sense to you. What do you think?
I think I should write it in there.
Okay, sounds good.
So what do I do? I think
So, you're gonna crescendo the whole time or just the last two notes? I think you were just doing the last two notes. But you can do- okay.
we'll just do that.
Okay.
And then go right here, and then go to piano.
So this, being that you're crescendoing here, does that mean that that has to be quiet? No, we still start mezzo forte. So I think there's a little confusion around that idea. If I'm getting quieter, I must have to start piano, but you don't.
But
Right.
I can get from me.
You can go from mezzo forte and up to, what could you go up to? You, forte, fortissimo, or fortissimo.
Well, so-
Fortissimo.
Did you only write pianos and fortes? Did you write any mezzo fortes or mezzo?
There are mezzo fortes written in there, looks
But
like.
did she write any?
No.
Maybe kids only think there's piano and forte. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
only
right.
thinking that then.
So you will watch what reading wrote. So we've got a mezzo forte there, right? And so probably we'll just go up to a forte. You only need a little bit of a crescendo to keep it exciting. They don't have to be huge. You don't have to jump from piano to forte back to piano again in order to be exciting. In fact, sometimes it's good to be a little bit sneakier so the audience has some surprise.
mm.
Can we do that spot there and keep going? Okay, so now, here, you're gonna get quieter, right? How quiet are you gonna get? So if we start forte, and then we diminuendo, then we have to suddenly get forte here. You can't start where you left off. And that is totally fine, but I want you to understand that.
I did when I wrote it in.
What's that?
When I wrote it in, I was like, okay, I understand this now.
Okay,
I'm
great.
just gonna go to a forte after I get quiet.
Okay, sounds good. Start at the beginning of the line there.
I did write a mezzo forte.
Okay.
And by the way, where did you figure this out? Is that a D or a piano?
Um,
What did you do?
piano.
Yeah.
I didn't make the line.
Detail. Okay, this is great. This is fun stuff. Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Now we have to do the whole page.
Yeah, you know what? I was telling somebody else that it's kind of like when I moved into this house and all the walls and the floors and the rooms and the fireplace and the cabinets, they were already there, right?
Yeah.
The architect and the builders, they made this. So the composer made the notes, but then I get to decorate it the way I want to. So you get to decorate your piece the way you want to.
Oh, that makes much more sense.
And then I can decorate it in a wacky way that doesn't match the house, or I could do it in a really like normal way
And you
that
can
matches
even
the
paint-
era from the house.
And you can even paint the house.
That's right, I could paint the house. And so your tone is like the paint of the house.
Okay.
Did you see how cleanly they painted? Like they didn't go out of the lines and I picked nice colors. That's a nice way to pick your tone. Stay in the lines. So if you like had extra sounds and stuff, that like be somebody who didn't stay in the lines when they painted the house.
Okay.
It's also like make your own cupcakes. Have you ever done that? Oh, maybe we should do that. Maybe we'll do that someday. Yeah?
Yeah, but it should be all of us.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Like group class? Make your own cupcakes? No, that's what we should do. Alright. So you keep working on this in that way, deal? But it's kind of in the review box and it's kind of, I want you to keep, just experiment, right? And then the concerts, after the Halloween concert, like before Thanksgiving, sometime before Thanksgiving, you and I will pull this out again.
I asked Kathy if she can play the Gretchen cello workshop with her mom on piano.
Oh, uh-huh.
And she said yes.
When is that?
The first weekend in November.
Okay, so don't
So she could table it for a while.
a couple of weeks then, yeah.
Just to give her another chance to practice
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's great. Yeah, the more the better. That's what I
Yay.
think. Okay, fun stuff. Okay, so but yeah, I'll write it in the review box, but we'll keep playing with it.
Yay!
In my mind, the concerto is a little nebulous, for lack of a better word, around. It doesn't have a lot going on. So as far as dictating, it's not Vivaldi and then Vivaldi you do this, but
So you have to do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also I think giving her the freedom to figure it out for herself helps her connect to it and helps it make it more
Also,
interesting.
the accompaniment that they're doing is kind of quiet. So.
Oh, okay. So that's very background sound,
Mhm.
and so you're it.
Except for the intro, but yeah.
Mm.
Do we need book 3 or hornpipe?
Or hornpipe. That's a good point. Let's do hornpipe. I did realize the concert's in 2.5 weeks. I looked at the calendar too. Okay, go for it. You sounded pretty good at trio, but let's just run it because I didn't really get to hear it without interruption.
This is going to be at the concert?
We'll see how Monday goes.
Oh.
For sure, yeah. We have plenty to choose from, but. No, you can skip the repeat for right now. Okay, so when you see that marking, sometimes it's a judgment call that we're going to emphasize because we have this dash here. So you don't have to stop the bow. Because there's no dot on this note. You see that? This note right here, there's no dot. So we want to keep that smooth. Let's do it that way. But don't chop the beat. Let's try it together. Yes, good. Let's do it now. Lean. Yeah, and so let's see. Remember, chips and guacamole. So smooth, chippy. Check a couple of your articulations, but now I want you to think of it as a dance because it's a gavotte. Or a party, a cupcake making party.
Yay!
Do the beginning in a cupcake making style. Yes. What do you think? Fun, don't you think that was more fun? Okay, now let's try the hornpipe bit. That's just chop. And then let's up. Up. So this is tricky because it's all these double up bows because each of these measures start down bow. Oh, let's start at F together. Can we do that? Okay. Ready and. Yeah. Now we're going to do a little crescendo there. And just so you know, this forte piano or piano forte means the first time you play it, it's piano, the second time you play it, it's forte. And there's that dash in the middle, that's what that means. Just to keep it exciting. Okay? So let's do it starting piano, and then when we get here, we'll crescendo. Could you do it right there at the end? Last measure. Ready, and. Yeah, and do your lovely vibrato there. Ready, and. And then what happens?
Then you do.
Sorry, my fault. Ready? We'll start again with that phone. And then what happens? What do you think? Because it's a DC affine. So you go back to the beginning. What? You tired?
Yes.
So you probably figured that Ella did spend quite a bit of time kind of putting this together, and Marcia actually made her a little recording,
Oh.
and I believe she punched in all the other parts. So if you would like that recording
Sure.
on an MP3 to send to Lena,
Or
and
you just send it to them. Yeah, that's great.
it could be very helpful for them to hear
Yeah,
their
how it
part accentuated. This is a bit tricky.
So what did when you say she punched, she just like dubbed over, did a multiple recording on top of herself or something?
She's fancy. She put it into it's not Sibelius, but
Oh, she notated it on some program and then had it
so that
played
you
back.
can bring out the voices in.
But are all three parts present?
Yes.
Oh, cool, good.
So I'll have her send it to you,
Yeah,
and then
that's great. Yeah,
or
yeah,
I'll
whatever,
forward it
however.
to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Because it's a fun piece.
It is.
I think it's a good piece for you guys. And you sound good on it. So
Well, the only recording on YouTube is bassoons.
see, that we have to do this piece so that we can make a recording and put it on YouTube for other kids. What do you think? That would be a good project, don't you think?
Then you have a name, the non-bassoons.
The non-bassoons. That's right. You guys have to come up with a name. Don't forget that when you guys have your play date.
We're working on that, Danielle.
Oh, the play date? Oh yeah, I heard the other two. They're like 1 week and one person's gone. The other.
There, but yeah. So I was saying right before YPCO, early in the morning, but they're both gone. The next 2
Oh,
weekends, so it might not be. I don't know.
tricky. We can just postpone the Halloween concert and have a Thanksgiving concert instead. What do you think? We'll meet here for Thanksgiving. We'll have turkey and roasted marshmallows.
Yay.
All right. Can I hear Devil's Dream real quick? Ooh. I'm sure it's great, but it's a little out of tune. The space between your 1 and your 3 is a little shrunken. You have to spread that out a little bit more. Do you need me to play with you so you can hear the pitch? You ready? Let's just start there. Ready, go. Retry. You're not sure where I'm starting?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's practice. Say, I'm not sure where you're starting.
Stories,
Would it be easier if I started at the beginning? Okay. Is there anything else? Okay. Forget that one. Good. Should I slow it down?
yeah.
Okay. Ready? And. Yeah, so the two spot things that you need to practice. One is the space between your 1 and 3, even on the E string, that 1 tends to creep up, right? You did have a smaller violin a month ago, right? So this violin we might still be getting used to, so open that up. And then here, you remember your 4. I'm so glad, because some people are forgetting your 4, but now you have to get that G sharp in the right place. Now. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So we tend to slow down there. Now, do you remember what number Oliver said I was playing that piece at? He said the metronome was 250. Do you remember that? Yeah. I don't think I'm really going to do 250. I think he was pushing a button faster than I was playing. But I want you to get it at least a 200 because I'll probably go faster than that. But it's not really as fast as one might think. Because it's a tick for every 2 notes. Does that sound unreasonable? That sounds unreasonable. When you put the notes with it, it kind of like, oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah?
Yeah.
You look a little stunned. Are you stunned? Shocked. Okay, good. Let's do humorous. Humorous? and use that for something, play it for something. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one. All right, Becker,
I still need to use the music.
well,
I
you know what?
didn't really memorize the whole thing.
That's fine, that'll be a good project for you for this week.
Memorize the Becker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're listening to book 4, right? Or it's Zach Perlman? One of the two?
I need to start listening to the books before, so I'm not really doing it.
Start, because you're only 2 pieces away.
Well, I did listen to some pieces of book 4.
No, good. You guys have Zach Perlman? Concertos from? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, okay. So I have just 2 things. I would like it to be a little bit steadier. And by steady, I don't even mean the piece. I mean like when you have 8th notes that they're even. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So where the diminuendo? End of the phrase. So I want you to do a couple things. I want you to mark the phrases. Okay?
Okay.
And I can tell you that in a gavotte, phrases are 4 measures long. But it's nice, lots of it you'll be able to figure out with your instinct. You know what I mean by instinct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yourself.
What's that?
Like yourself.
Yeah, what you guess inside.
Yeah.
But the other thing I want you to do is find the nudge, the first beat of each measure. And then barely do it there. Okay? Okay. And then, because we need to shape the phrases a little bit better. You did the dynamics that are marked, but I want to hear a little bit more with that diminuendo at the end of the phrase. For the next piece, I want you to do active listening each day where you follow along in the music. And then if you want, you can start learning it a little bit slowly, only because you have somebody to help you with it. But
Only after she gets to 260 on the.
200, that was just me. That's what Oliver said I did. So she only has to get to 200.
Okay.
No, she can pace it a little bit. Make sure you do everything else on your list before you do this though. And it does start up bow, which feels weird sometimes, but just make sure each phrase starts up. Bless you. Are you allergic to this gavotte? You can
No.
skip it if you want.
I've
And
been
then-
sneezing a lot.
Oh, that happens. I have them too. And then to get ready for this, you can start listening. This piece was written for what instrument?
Cello.
Yes, we stole it. So why don't you start go on YouTube and listen to some people perform that piece on cello. right? After the Halloween concert, I will likely play a video for you guys of Yo-Yo Ma performing that with dancers. I have a video of that. So, that'll be fun. Okie dokie?
Yep.
We better wrap it up. Let's take a bow. Thank you. Nice.